Welcome back to your mat. Today's practice is all about strengthening our hips and core. When you're ready, let's get started in a kneeling position on the mat. Have a seat on your feet. And if this is uncomfortable in your legs, you can sit any other way that feels comfortable and just adjust as we start to move through class. So establish a tall spine. Feel the top of your head reaching up toward the ceiling. And maybe you soften your eyes closed. From here, shrug the shoulders up toward the ears. And then let them soften back and down. One more time, shrug up. And then soften. Let your hands start to slide to the fronts of your knees as you tuck chin toward chest, finding a roundness through the spine. Exhale here. And then on an inhale, draw your heart forward. Lift the chest, lift the chin. Exhale, round. Inhale to lengthen. About 3 more rounds on your own. And pause with the chest lifted. Reach your arms up high. Wiggle your fingers and then interlace the fingers. Turn the palms up toward the ceiling, drawing your pinky fingers back in space as you knit the lower ribs down. And then gently release the hands as you twist to the right. Let the hands lightly land. Stay here for another inhale and exhale. Inhale to the front, both arms high. Exhale, twist to the left. Let the hands land. One more inhale. One more exhale. Inhale, center, both arms high. Exhale to your tabletop position. Crawl your hands forward, hands underneath the shoulders. It's actually wrists underneath the shoulders, so think about stacking shoulders over wrists, then hips over the knees. Press finger pads down to activate your hands and make a few little circles. Just warming up the wrists, both directions with your circles. And if it feels okay in your hands, turn the fingers out to point to the sides of your mat. Shift a little left and right. Stay here, or you can point the fingers toward your own knees. And then shift forward and back, maybe even bending into the elbows to stretch the thin skin side of the forearm. And turn your hands back the regular way. And then we're going to turn the hands toward each other with the palms facing up. Stacking shoulders over wrists. Try to keep the arms straight as you open the hands wide. And then create fists. Open. Fists. Open. Fists. One more time. We open the hands. Keep the hands open. This time, bend the elbows out to the sides as you lower the face toward the hands. Hold it here. And then press up. Push. Child's pose. Send your hips back toward your heels. Press your palms down to the mat. And walk your hands toward you. Returning to your seat in Thunderbolt. Interlace your fingers. Roll your wrists out. Maybe massage the forearms. Then meet me back in tabletop. Hands down. Active hands, finger pads pressing. Reach your right leg back in space. Bend the right knee. We'll make some circles around the right hip socket. So big exploratory circles in both directions. Then reach the right leg back. Pause here, left arm forward, spinal balance. Establishing your foundation first, feel your right hand pressing into the earth and the top of the left foot pressing down. And then can you find a little more energy reaching through left arm and right leg? Take an inhale here. As you exhale, left elbow and right knee come together underneath you, round through the spine. Inhale, re-lengthen. Exhale, awkward airplane. We sweep the right leg out to the side and the left arm out to the other side. Inhale, spinal balance. Exhale, elbow and knee come together. Inhale, spinal balance. Awkward airplane. Send the arm and the leg out to the side. Inhale, spinal balance. Exhale, elbow and knee. Inhale, spinal balance. Exhale, awkward airplane. We pause. See if you can lift the lifted limbs a little higher. Then land the right foot to the ground, off to the side. The left arm will reach up high, twisting torso to the left. Breathe in. As you breathe out, thread the needle, but don't land, just reach. Inhale, open up to the left. Exhale, thread. One more. Inhale. This time as we exhale, we'll land the left ear and shoulder to the ground. Option to stay as you are, or you can reach the right arm up toward the ceiling, or maybe find a half bind, right hand at the low back or the left hip crease. Any other options are available to you. Just a couple more breaths here. And start to unwind. Right hand underneath the heart. Reach your left arm up high, turning chest to the left. Left hand to low back as you push yourself away from the floor. Find a camel variation. Chest lifts as the hips press forward. And then upright your torso. Bring both hands back to the ground. Tuck your left toes under. Lift your left knee and straighten as you pull the hips back in space. Crawl the fingertips forward. So we're creating traction down the spine. And look toward your hands. Crawl your hands to the top of your mat. Three-legged dog. Sweep the right leg up. Take a breath in here. As you breathe out, runner's lunge, the right foot steps between the hands. Dip the hips low, and then straighten and bend the front knee a few times. Next time the front knee is bent, soften your back knee to the ground, untuck the back toes, start to rise up for low lunge. The arms sweep up. Press firmly down into your right foot and your left shin. It's like we're trying to create space between us and the floor. So oftentimes when we get to low lunge, we find that we kind of just sink down into it and we're just hanging out in kind of the lowest position possible, but create a little more muscular engagement. Press down through right foot, down through left knee and top of foot. Hook your thumbs. Try to pull the thumbs apart as you lift the chest. Take your gaze up higher. Half split, straighten out your front leg. Bring the fingers down. Point and flex the front foot. If you have blocks or other props that you like to use anytime during this class or any other of my classes on my channel, you're welcome to use them. Oftentimes, and especially in half split, it's really nice to have blocks under the hands here. Then pause in a dorsiflexion. That's pulling the toes toward you. When we point the toes, that's plantar flexion. And we pull the toes toward the face, that's dorsiflexion. I like to think of like a dorsal fin, like on a shark. So anyway, pause in your dorsiflexion. And then we're going to find a little movement left and right with the foot. So we're internally rotating and externally rotating the leg. Just moving the leg around in the hip socket. Rebend into your front knee, runner's lunge, the back toes tuck and the back knee lifts. Turn to your left, stay bent in the right knee as we find Skandasana. The right hand will stay to the ground. Turn your left toes up as you release the left hand up toward the ceiling. Then look towards your left foot. To your left foot, Skandasana. The right toes point up, the right arm reaches up. And then look down toward your left hand and left foot. We're going to reach the right hand down to the end of our mat, past our foot and hand, so we can turn all 10 toes to the left, releasing the left hand up toward the ceiling, finding horizons pose. Dip the right hip toward the floor as you breathe in. As you breathe out, lift the hip away from the floor. Inhale, tap. Exhale to lift. One more like that. Tap. Lift up. Stay here in this lifted position. Press so much into your right hand and your left foot that maybe your right foot leaves the ground. Inner thighs working. Then lower yourself all the way down to the ground. Step your left foot behind your right leg. Left arm reaches up, wild thing. Open up, look up and back for left fingers. Then have a seat. Send both legs out in front. Bend the knees. Give yourself a hug here. Forward fold. And start to sit upright. Reach your arms forward as you think about Mula Bandha, that low belly in and up. Chest lifted. Start to lean back. Boat pose. Any version of boat. Heels can remain grounded as the chest lifts, or maybe you lift the heels. Take another breath here. Then cross your ankles, draw your legs in, plant your hands, high plank. Shift forward and back in your high plank. Downward facing dog, pike your hips up high, pedal your feet. Walk your hands to your feet, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Refold, breathe out. Rise up to stand, reach your arms up. Hands through the heart, exhale. Inhale, arms sweep high. Look up, little back bend. Forward fold, exhale, hands down. Half lift, breathe in. Refold, breathe out. Crawl your hands forward, high plank. Shift forward. Lower your knees down as an option or keep them lifted. We find Chaturanga one time. Bend the elbows straight back. Pause and hold. Cobra or up dog, heart forward. Tabletop position. Send your hips back. Finding a neutral spine, neither cat nor cow. Take an inhale as the left leg reaches back in space. Bend the knee, make some circles around the left hip socket. Both directions. And reach the left leg back in space. Pause here. Right arm forward. So right away, we establish our foundation. Feel your left hand firming into the ground. Feel your right leg pressing down. And then think about lengthening through the lifted limbs. So right fingers reaching, left toes reaching. Take an inhale. As you exhale, elbow and knee come together, squeeze. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to awkward airplane. Sweep the arm and leg out to the side. Inhale, spinal balance. Exhale, elbow and knee. Inhale, spinal balance. Exhale, awkward. Inhale, spinal balance. Last round. Exhale, elbow and knee. Inhale, spinal balance. Exhale, awkward airplane. Hold it here. See if you can lift the lifted limbs a little higher. Then lower your left foot to the ground, off to the side. Right arm reaches up as you turn the chest to the right. Breathe in. As you breathe out, thread, but don't land. Inhale, opens you up. Exhale, thread. Inhale, here comes the change. As you exhale, we land down. Right shoulder and ear come to the ground. Stay as you are or make it your own. Just a couple more breaths. And start to unwind. Left hand under the heart. Right arm reaches up high. Right hand to the low back. Press yourself away from the floor. Find your camel. And then upright your torso. Plant both hands down. Tuck your right toes under. Lift your right knee. Pull your hips back in space as you crawl your fingers away from you. And look toward your hands. Crawl your hands toward the top of your mat. Three-legged dog. The left leg sweeps up high. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, runner's lunge. Step forward. Straighten and bend the front knee. Again, if you like to use blocks, this is a great place to have them underneath the hands. Next time left knee is bent, stay there. Soften right knee to the ground, untuck right toes, low lunge, rise up. And then think about really pressing down, trying to get a little space between you and the floor. So we're pushing down into left foot and the top of the right foot, lifting up. And hook your thumbs. Pull your thumbs apart, lift your chest, lean back. Half split. Frame out your left leg. Point and flex. And pause in a dorsiflexion, toes pulling toward your face as we find a little external and internal rotation. So the whole movement is the entire leg moving in the hip socket. So really concentrating on this femur, the upper leg bone, the thigh bone. And pause in the center, rebend, runner's lunge. Keep the fingers on the ground as you tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Start to turn to the right. Stay bent in the left knee as you find Skandasana here. Left fingers to the ground. Right toes point up. Right arm reaches. Look at your right foot. Skandasana to the right foot. Left arm reaches up. Left toes point up. And start to look down to your right. We're going to reach the left hand toward the end of the mat, past the right foot, so we can turn all 10 toes toward the right, finding Vishnu's couch, our horizons pose. Lower the left hip to tap or toward the ground. And then lift up. Lower down to tap. Lift up. One more. Stay here. Start to really press into left hand and right foot. Maybe the left foot leaves the ground. And lower it down. Lower your hip down. Step the right foot behind you. Wild thing. Lift your hips. And then have a seat. Bend your legs generously. Give yourself a hug. Option to stay as you are, or dorsiflex your feet. Let your heels slide away from you, finding a forward fold. And start to unwind your arms. Sit back, sit up. Start to lift your chest as you lean back. Draw the heels in closer, boat pose. Any version might be different than the first time. Maybe you straighten the legs, or maybe you straighten one leg at a time and just see what that feels like. Last breath here. Draw the knees in closer, cross your ankles, lean forward, plant your hands, high plank. Shift forward in your high plank, option to lower to your knees as we find Chaturanga and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, Cobra or up dog, slide forward. Downward facing dog, hips high. Pedal the feet. And pause in your downward facing dog. Heel toe the feet apart about as wide as your mat for a down dog twist. The right hand will stay grounded, and we'll start to walk the left hand toward the right foot or anywhere along the right leg. And look underneath the right arm. We'll switch the hands. The left hand plants. The right hand makes its way toward the left foot or leg. Down dog. Heel toe the feet together. Inhale, the right leg lifts high, three-legged dog. As you exhale, knee to the nose, shift forward, hold it here. Bring the knee over toward the left triceps, pause. Fallen triangle, slide the right foot away, release your left fingers up. Three-legged dog, right leg high. Breathe in. As you breathe out, warrior one, the right foot steps forward, offset the feet side to side. Pinky toe edge of the back foot firms down to the mat as you lift the inner arch of the back foot to invite a turning on of the whole inner line of the left leg. Then cactus out the arms. Bring the hands to the hips or interlace the fingers behind the low back. Lift your chest as you breathe in. Humble warrior, breathe out, dive down. Both legs working hard here, not just the front leg. Can you find just a little more energy in the back leg? Return to warrior one. Release the arms up. Turn this into crescent lunge by lifting the back heel. Inhale here. As you exhale, power lunge, lean forward, sweep your arms back. Start to shift your weight forward more and more into the right foot. Warrior three, we rise up. And half moon, we reach the right hand down to the floor or a block if you have one. The left leg and arm are reaching up and out. Active. All the limbs are active. Landing goddess squat, temple pose. Facing the side of your mat, knees out. One time sink low into your left leg, warrior two. Long stance in your warrior two. Reaching out. Feel the energy as you root down through the feet. And turn your left palm up, peaceful warrior, scoop up and back. Keep sending left shin forward. Simple twist. Cartwheel the right hand down inside of the left foot. Left arm reaches up. Then step your left foot back at least one footprint. Turn all 10 toes to the left. Once again, we find our horizons pose. Dip the right hip down and then lift it up and away. Twice more. And lift. Last one. And lift. Hold it here. Maybe you lift the right foot off the floor. Lower down. Bring your hip all the way to the floor. Step your left foot behind your right. Wild thing. Have a seat. Draw your legs in, cross your ankles, plant your hands, high plank. Shift forward. Your Chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog, hips high. On an inhale, the left leg lifts, three-legged. As you exhale, knee to the nose. Hold it here. Bring it over toward the right triceps. Hold it here. Fallen triangle. Slide the left foot away. Three-legged dog, left leg high. Breathe in. As you breathe out, warrior one, step the left foot forward. Offset the feet. And cactus the arms. Interlace the fingers behind the low back or bring hands to hips. Lift the chest as you breathe in. Humble warrior, breathe out. Feeling both legs working. The feet rooting down, firming down. Return to your warrior one. Release the arms up. Then turn this into high crescent by letting the back heel lift. Breathing here. Then lean forward, power lunge, sweep the arms back. Hovering torso over the left thigh, start to shift forward, become lighter on the back toes for warrior three. And we reach the left hand down for half moon. Lifted arm and leg, just as active as the standing. Last breath. Landing goddess squat temple pose facing the right side of your mat. Just one time, sink down low, lift the chest, reach the knees out. Then to your right foot, warrior two. Active arms, active legs. Turn your right palm up, peaceful warrior. Scoop up and back. Right shin forward. Simple twist, cartwheel the left hand down. Reach the right arm up. Step your right foot back at least one footprint. Turn all 10 toes to the right, dipping the hip down toward the floor. Then lift up and away. Twice more, we dip and lift. Dip. Lift it up, hold it here. Maybe the left leg lifts. And lower it down. Left hip to the floor, step the right foot behind the left leg. Wild thing, lift yourself up, hips lift. And have a seat. Draw the legs in tight, bending the knees. Wrap the arms around the shins, give yourself a squeeze. And gently unwrap. Send the feet away from you so you can wrap behind the thighs. Now we dorsiflex the feet and see if we can slide the heels away, finding forward fold. Trying to keep rib cage to thighs. We're just moving in that direction. And then start to unwind your arms. Walk yourself up. We're going to move into a pigeon pose now. Nothing fancy. We're just going to bend the right leg, bring the right knee up toward the front of the mat, and send the left leg off to the side or behind us. So your version of pigeon. I'm going to invite you to try to stay upright, walking the hands back underneath you to lift the chest. And at the same time that you're lifting the chest, we're pressing the right shin and calf down into the mat. Press them down actively and invite right hip to move back in space as left hip moves forward. Now fold over your right leg. Let your chest lead the way. Maybe you bring the forearms down or you're on the hands still, whatever you need. Pause at a place that feels good and sustainable for you. And walk your hands back toward you. Turn to face the left side of your mat. Bring your right heel with you in close to your groin or maybe to the inner left leg. We're finding a side body stretch over the left leg. So right side body stretching. And upright the torso. Plant the right hand by the right hip. Supported wild thing. Have a seat. Turn to face the front of your mat. We'll find pigeon pose on the left side. So see what's there on the left side. It might be very different from the first side, and that's okay. See what's there, and then see if you can stay upright for a few breaths. The left calf and lower leg are pressing into the mat as you draw the left hip back and the right hip forward. And if you would like to fold forward, start to crawl the hands forward, let your chest lead. You pause anywhere that feels good on this side. But we're maintaining those actions with the legs, pressing the right shin forward, the left hip pulls back, and the right hip moves forward. Walk your hands back toward you. Turn to face the right side of your mat. Bring your left heel in close to your right thigh. Right hand reaches toward the right foot as the left arm reaches over the ear. Upright your torso, left hand plants by left hip, supported wild thing. And then have a seat. Turn to face the front of the mat. Give yourself a little squeeze, wrapping arms around thighs. And release the hands. Keep your feet grounded. Press your feet into the mat very firmly and start to round through your spine, slowly lowering yourself onto back body. When you get there, draw the right knee into the chest. Let the left leg lengthen long on your mat. Rotate the right ankle. And then we'll take a twist. Left hand to the top of right thigh as the right arm stretches out to the ground. Take an inhale here, and as you exhale, find your twist. Return to center. Switch the legs. Draw the left knee in, send the right leg long. Maybe rotate the ankle. And then we'll twist. Right hand to the top of left thigh, left arm out stretching to the ground beside you. Breathe in to prepare. Breathe out to twist. Return to center. Draw both knees in. And then send your feet up toward the ceiling. Maybe your arms reach up as well. Give the legs and arms a little shake, a little wiggle. Then draw the legs in tight. Give yourself a squeeze, forehead toward the knees. Curl into the tightest little ball. Squeeze everything in. Big inhale. Then exhale, let it go. Shavasana, stretch out, take up space. Find any restful position, doesn't have to be Shavasana. And then start to return to your breath. Follow the breath as it enters the nostrils and exits the nostrils. Couple more breaths on your own. Then just breathe and be. You can stay where you are or start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Maybe find a big stretch. And then draw the knees into the chest. Roll to the right, find a fetal position. Take a couple breaths here. And then when you're ready, we'll meet in a seat on the mat. Any comfortable seat, the eyes still closed or cast low. Let the chin fall to the chest, and then the head roll over to the left. Chin to the chest, roll the head to the right. chin to the chest. Lift the chin toward the ceiling. Return the head to neutral. Keep the eyes closed as you shrug the shoulders up toward the ears. And then settle them back and down. Let the hands find the lap. And then blink the eyes open. Thank you for being here and making it till the end. I appreciate you so much. Please leave me a comment if you enjoyed today's class or if there's something else that you'd like to see in future classes. See you next time.